Hi everybody, this is Marty, and I'm coming to you with more quality audio entertainment. Today, we're going to be discussing the Moondrop Quarks. They're a little quirky. Not really. They're actually pretty good. I have no idea why they're called the Quarks. Probably because of the design, but they're from Moondrop. They're the Quarks. This is the box. Really nice box. It's got 3 little dots. That means quarks in Mandarin. Quarks, and that means super great headphones. I don't actually know what it means. It's all in Mandarin. So that's your box right there. It just comes in a nice compact little box. You've got your stats for the headphone on the back. This is the sound signature. So I believe that means warm. I'm new to the audiophily hobby, so I'm learning what different sound signatures mean. The blue line is kind of imperceptible from your angle, more than likely, but it goes like this. So I believe that means that they're warmer. I don't know entirely, but I can tell you that they sound really good. So this is the box. These are the Moondrop Quarks. I actually placed them back into the box so that I could take them out and show you for presentation's sake. And I hope that you enjoy all of the effort that I put into making this video. So these are your earbuds. They're marketed as like in-ear monitors. They come with the microphone. They're tiny little guys. Nice cable. It's an attached cable, so it's not like most IEMs that you see, where you have a detachable cable. So if this cable breaks, you're screwed. You're done. Little mic, and then the volume adjustment there. So that's kind of nice to have. 3.5 mil connector, and these are the earbuds. I'll try to get it into focus so you can see. There we are. Yeah, check these little guys out. Look how tiny they are. And that's why they're called the Quarks, right? I imagine there's some sort of connection there that you could make. But these are it. So these are the best headphones that I've listened to for under 50 bucks. Well, for around $20. So I paid $17 for these fucking things. So these cost me 17 bucks on Amazon. And these paired with an Allegro Mini DAC, they're just astounding, dude. I mean, they're so fucking good. Like, I hooked them up and I wasn't expecting much for $17 earbuds, and they are just absolutely fantastic. Normally I'm like a foam earbud kind of guy, is what I'm learning. The silicone tips on these are just wonderful. I mean, they're so good. They're tiny, so they're compact. They're lightweight. They fit in your ear very, very comfortably. These are nice freaking headphones, dude. And for 20 bucks after tax, for $20, I mean, you really, really can't beat it. I have tried a handful of different headphones now. I got into this hobby like a month ago, and since I have no wife or kids and a healthy amount of disposable income, I've been able to spend money on dumb shit. And out of everything that I've tried, these are, for the price point, the absolute best. So, like I say, I believe it's a warmer sound signature. I'm not an audiophile. I don't entirely understand what that means. I think it means that, like, it has something to do with, like, treble and, like, bass signature and stuff like that. But I could be wrong on that, too. So don't take my word for that. Just a quick Google search. If you are an audiophile, that will tell you all about these earbuds. So what's to say about them besides that I recommend them? I mean, that's pretty much it, dude. I mean, like, you know, I talked about the Moondrop Nice Buds, and those things are great for 10 bucks, and they're like the shallow, like you fit them in the ear and then they kind of twisty to the side, and those are super great for 10 bucks. For $20, These are the absolute best earbuds that I have found that you can purchase. Nothing comes close to them. I mean, they're the shit, right? So like, if you're looking for a set of earbuds, you have $20 in your pocket. You don't mind a 3.5 mil rather than a USB-C, which you should be running a 3.5 mil with a DAC anyway. I would strongly advise you pick these little dudes up. So what do you get aside from the headphones inside of the box? You get 3 different sets. I have the mediums hooked up of earbuds, silicone. You have this little thingy. It says Moondrop on it. I love their aesthetic. It's very like dystopian, cyberpunkish. It's pretty cool. And then inside of the instruction manual, you have your instructions. These are written in English. So, I mean, you're just going to fucking throw this thing away anyway. And like the warranty card, you don't even really have to worry about. I mean, they're $20. If you're freaking out about $20 headphones, then you have bigger issues in life. But yeah, I mean, that's it. Pretty much it. I'm not going to go into the autistic, specs about these headphones. I'm not going to super like tear into, the impedance is 0.5 milligrams, and if you like the salience, it's very mild. It's like, yeah, okay. Like, do you really care about that shit? Like, honestly, I mean, I fucking, like, I was reading about, like, different audio quality and, like, how the human ear perceives it. And unless you're running, like, crazy, stupid, good, I'll leave this open so you can look at them while I talk to you. Unless you're running like crazy, stupid, good audio equipment, and sometimes even if you are, you're probably not going to hear the difference between 44 hertz and 240 hertz. Like to most people, it's imperceptible. So, I think that you hit a point of depreciating returns with audio, and that like, unless you're willing to really be autistic and hyper focus on the music that you're listening to, past a certain point, the human ear has a really hard time perceiving between like 44 and 240 hertz. So like, that being said, I do still like to stream like the higher quality audio, from streaming. I do Tidal, but there's a large possibility that it's placebo or it doesn't even really matter. And like for hyper intense listening, you have to have nothing else going on. So like, I work overnights and I keep my same sleep schedule on my days off. So on my days off, there's nothing to do past like 10 o'clock and everybody's asleep. There's nothing going on. So I have to find shit to do, and I have to be quiet so I don't freak out my downstairs neighbors. So I listen to music on my my IEMs and my different earphones and earbuds and all that. And maybe if I'm like completely dark room, nothing going on, it's like, I'm hyper focused on the music, I can hear a difference. But I mean, for your average like day to day fucking listening, the sun's out, you've got shit going on, you're probably not going to hear that much of a difference between 44 and 240 hertz, just according to like everything I've read so far. But again, I'm not an audiophile. This is a new hobby for me. I'm still kind of learning. I've churned through enough other hobbies to know that, oftentimes like the specs that you get and the shit that people say really matters is imperceptible to most people. It's just that people have this need to optimize their hobby past the point of enjoyment. And I feel like maybe that's what people run into with audio. It's just shit that they can sell you. So like, when you have fucking shills on YouTube who are talking about how, the salience is imperceptible below 0.5 gigahertz, and it's like, bro, like, you're just making shit up. Like, okay, like, you might be right, but to the human ear it doesn't matter. I mean, so like, if it's imperceptible, human beings experience life phenomenologically, right? So we experience life through our senses and through what we see and hear. So that might be a thing you might be legit in saying that, but chances are that it doesn't even fucking matter, or that you can't pick it up anyway. You know, it's like, you know, a layer of bacteria on your skin at all time is moving, but you can't fucking feel it. So is it there? You know, perception's reality, right? But, you know, if I believe that that layer of bacteria that is on my skin was moving and I really hyper focused on it, my brain would manifest those symptoms. And I think that that's what happens with, like, with, you know, a lot of hobbies, you know, like watches and guns and cars and shit like that. Like, you know, people, they get sold these specs and then they believe that, you know, these specs are like the be all end all, and they're trying to optimize these specs and optimize these specs and optimize these specs. And it's like, you get enjoyment out of the optimization of it, but like, you're just optimizing to optimize, you know, you're just feeding your autism at a certain point, which is fine. You know, it's cool. Like, I'm not knocking on that, you know, I mean, I am, but I'm not. So, you know, I mean, like, if you're just feeding like specs into fucking spreadsheets, you know, you're just autistic, which I'm autistic too, so I'm not really tripping about it. But, you know, that's, so that, anyway, back on topic, the Moondrops, these are the Quarks. So the Quarks are the shit, dude. They're great for 20 bucks. Fucking A, like, yeah, they're awesome. They come with a little sleeve, like a little carrying case. And I wrap them up and I put them in there and I pair them with my Allegro Mini. I was gonna feature that as well, but I decided not to, because if I do that, then I can't make another video about it, and then I can't feed the algorithm. So my goal is to get to where I can shill products to you and appear to be genuine, and then the companies pay me. So if you guys could help me with that, that would be wonderful. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.